Uh, Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the No Strings to Touch podcast slash show. I'm your co-host Raja. Alongside me, we have Camille. It's just the two of us today. Good old Austin, our household Spurs fan, is busy with uni,
Celebrating.
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 He's not actually doing his uni. He's lying. He's actually in San Antonio, the parade. But we got a football show today. Football show today. Let's get right into it. Oh, before we get right into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Help us grow the show day by day. Let's get right into some football. The big one, as you guys know, or if you didn't, I'm a Liverpool supporter alongside Camille. And our good old Baldy, but a goodie was last year. Arne Slot has been, well, they said part ways, right? They say part ways. And most likely going to be replaced by Andoni Iraola from Bournemouth. Talk to me, Camille.
Great move. Already great. I'm already happy. Like, even if, great. I wanted Arne out. I was on team Arne out. I think most of us Liverpool supporters are, which is unfortunate to say. He won us the cup. He won us the Prem.
Yes.
2 years ago or a year ago, whatever you want to count it as.
Yes.
But since then, the team, he lost the team. He looks like he lost the locker room. He lost Salah, which is a shame of how this all went down. And he had not the greatest exit. But bottom line is some good highs in 2 years and some really, really bad lows last season.
Literally lows from highs.
Yeah. And the problem is there was no high in 6 months, right? There was nothing. What do we got now? We're in June, mate. There was nothing since, I want to say, November that was exciting. There was a bit. Yeah.
No, I think even from, we started the season winning 5 games in a row. We were on that high.
But ugly, also, right? Last minute,
yeah. 90th plus minute, we somehow escape with a win. And even then, I was a bit like skeptical. I was a bit skeptical even before even the season starts with all the players that we were buying, players that we were selling. I was a bit skeptical then, and now, 6-7 months later, he's out after winning the Prem last season. It's a bit a head scratch. And where do you think kind of all gone wrong for Arne, Camille?
I think it was two things at the end of the day. It was too much change in too short time. It was too many people in, too many people out. You'll lose some sort of who Liverpool is as a club. There was too much going in, too much out, and I do believe just the way he played didn't go down well with the squad itself. Obviously, if you play like he does, he plays a certain style of football, slow build up, no risks. Very different from Klopp, very different from I want to say the modern football that is played today. Minus Arsenal, they play their own stuff. But if you look at, if you look at Bayern, if you look at PSG, if you look at Barcelona, if you look at Bournemouth, where Iraola is from, they all play a very, I think Salah said it very well one time. We just want to go back to playing Liverpool heavy metal. And
rock and roll,
rock and roll, heavy metal football. And that they were missing that. And the thing is, if you lose playing like he does, his certain style, it just looks extra bad. If you lose like a 3-4, you know what I mean, of 2-4, you sort of feel like you're in it. You feel like you're in it, right? Anything can happen at any moment. You can shoot 2 goals. That was never the case with Arne's squad. It's just unfortunate. I think those are the 2 reasons why he's out. Because other than that, the death of Jota, may he rest in peace, and his brother, of course, may he rest in peace too. I think he did that very gracefully. Shout out to Arne for that. He did that a fantastic job at all the pressers before, after, and all that. It felt like, he kept the squad together at hard times. So I'll never forget that. He won us the Premier League. I'll never forget that. But it was a terrible season last year. It was a terrible, terrible season.
Yeah. I
So
think for me, like you said, Camille, too much change. I think what made him what made Liverpool and Arne Slot, marriage started really well was because majority of that squad was Klopp's, right? The rock and roll, high pressing, fullback bombing down the side was Klopp's doing, right? He set it up, and he gave it over to Arnie, and he didn't really do a lot of changes, right? He kind of Luis Diaz was still there, Darwin Nunes was still there. What he did was kind of elevate Gravenberch position to like a six, and he flourished, right? He said, I'm gonna put my trust in you. You gotta show me what you got," and he did exactly that. And then all of a sudden, now we go into this past season. You sell all these guys who will die for the badge, right? We've seen Darwin Nunez is not the greatest scorer or striker, as you want to say, but he will work his ass off the ball. He will press, he will press and press. Same with Luis Diaz. Now you sell those guys, you let them go, you replace with Cody Gakpo, who didn't really work out, but you keep putting him on while we have Rio. Yeah, he said that he's a bit immature, but when you're down bad, you gotta try something out, right? You gotta try new things. And then we spent 400 million euros, something like that, on two transfers. Sorry, on two record-breaking transfers in Isak and Wirtz. Isak, it was obviously he got injured, but he was unfit before he got injured, right? We bought Isak after we bought Ekitike. I don't know why we did that. I don't know what was his plan. Is it because he's available? We got the money. Let's just buy him anyway. I don't know, but we went from one way of playing for years and years to this way of playing, and it didn't work out, and he didn't really adapt to the situation. That's how I look at it with Arne Slot. You know what I'm saying?
and also look how well Salah played this season when they won the Premier League, right? He was in the Ballon d'Or conversation. He was absolutely balling out, and the
Record
downfall
breaking.
of him last year. Yeah, just whatever system changes they made is just didn't pan out at all.
No, sir.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch the matches, and I watched quite a lot of Liverpool, at least in the first half, I want to say, because after that, don't forget we're in Australia here. I'm not. If I
4
watch
a.m.
that type of football, and we've already lost 3 in a row, or 4 in a row, or whatever it is, I'm not staying up until 2 a.m. to watch the next
Heavy,
match.
bro.
I'm sorry, but I
Heavy.
watched the first 15, 16 games. I want to say very closely, and it was the back four never clicked. Like whatever was going on there, they don't have a technical a natural six. They don't have a
Yes.
natural six. This is something they
Yes.
will have to address this offseason.
Yes.
We know how important it is in today's game. Look at the top teams in the world. They all have world-class sixes. You cannot in today's game, with how fast paced it is, up and down. Those sixes are your connection. They literally carry the ball to the front. Obviously, they do all the work in the back. The unsung heroes sometimes, but we say unsung heroes, but Rodri, probably the best six in the last couple of years, he won the Ballon d'Or that way. They are so important. They're really hard to get by, but they'll have to. This is one of the major things that Liverpool needs to do. Whoever is coming in, just a lot of issues in the back line there. Left back, right back, could never figure out. Played a different lineup every game in the back as well, and also at the front. Like people were in and out. People that
Except
played well
Cody
the week
Gakpo
before,
somehow.
except Cody Gakpo, but there's there were a couple highlights, couple players that were on the come up for sure. Szoboszlai and Ekitike, obviously. The sort of players that still after everything still played well. They had their moments. Wirtz had his moments the longer the season went on, but still, you're getting all this talent. This is I know there's a lot of talent going out as well, but you are getting world-class players. You got world-class players in. Your job is to make it work. You have to find the system. If they do not fit your system, you have to change a bit of your system. We've seen it in the past with the all-time great coaches. They adapt their system to the players they have. Look at Pep. You don't have to look too far. Look to Manchester. He
That's like
changes
a
his
2 hour
system.
away.
Yes, he
Yeah.
changes his system to the players he has, and that's how he stays successful for 2 decades now. For 2 decades.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? So, but bit him in the butt at the end of the day. It must have. It came sort of as a surprise for me because after I don't know how it was for you. I'm curious what you think, because after Alonso signed with Chelsea, I was like,
Chelsea.
oh damn. I was like, shit. Okay,
We
I
missed
guess
out, eh?
Louis missed out. I guess we're keeping him then for another year or two. Let's see. And then all of a sudden, they still
Yeah.
they still get rid of him. So I'm
Yeah.
curious if something happened. They, the ownership group, him had a meeting of the vision of the next years, and they couldn't agree. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what went down
Yeah.
behind the scenes?
Yeah.
What do you think about that with the timing of Alonso and all
Man.
that? Because
Yeah.
I have my thoughts, but I want to hear yours first.
Well, we know that the owners or the management, they don't do this type of stuff, right? Like 1 or 2 years gone, especially when you when the Prem in your first season, and you only been here for 2 seasons. Obviously, I think the fact that we spend that much money is a factor, right? And how bad we turned out this season, and like you said, losing the locker room is a big part of football, especially when you manage a lot of these players, and you do manage a lot more than just 11. You got to make it work. You got to chop and change, adapt, especially when you got injuries and all that. You got to adapt. And for me, man, I think that it's been reported that Andoni Iraola might be the one replacing him. I'm pretty sure that's basically a 90% hit there on Ariola. They definitely saw, because when the season ends, I think they said we're gonna stay with him. He's gonna stay with us for the future. Obviously, now Xabi goes to Xabi goes to Chelsea. I think they said I don't know. I think if we didn't get Iraola, it'll be a, I don't know. I don't know how I'll feel about it, but the fact that we might get him, it makes me excited. But it's been a while. We don't do this type of stuff where we chop and change managers like that.
No, now Liverpool is not that type of club to do that.
No,
Definitely
sir.
not. Classy
Yeah.
club all around, and usually you stick with your manager. But maybe that goes to show you how bad it was also behind the scenes. Maybe
Yeah.
who knows what went down at the end of the day? Maybe he
Yeah.
completely lost the locker room,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? You don't want to go into the season that way. Hell no.
No, sir.
Hell no. No, sir.
No, sir.
So, yeah, the Xabi timing obviously a bit weird, right? Because we always assumed that if Slot out, it means Alonso in, right? But that was obviously not the case, but that was a big surprise for me. Shout out to Xabi Alonso. He's going to go to Chelsea. That's obviously a done deal.
How do you feel about the Iraola coming in?
Oh, I love it, because after I was on the same boat, right? I thought, okay, if we get Alonso, get Slot out, easy. A club legend comes in, he's going to take the wheel and all that. But first, let's talk about Alonso first. I think either our management / owners didn't want him, or he didn't want to go, because otherwise, I think this would have happened. They were just like a couple days or a week apart. Like he specifically wanted to Chelsea. Maybe they gave him who knows what. They couldn't sell a better dream there. Maybe who knows? Who knows? But hey, we spoke about this offline as well. Is it could be one of these situations where Xabi went to one of his clubs with Real Madrid, right? Sort of like a dream come true, and obviously he got punched in the mouth over there. Not because they played horrendous ball, because it's just the type of players he has, the locker room that he has, and then the Perez, the owner, so he lost him as well. So they did him dirty. Bottom line is they did him very dirty over there. And maybe he didn't want to go to the next club that he played at, and and burn that bridge as well after the fact. Maybe he just wanted to go to a more a more neutral ground and say, okay, this is Chelsea, this is my job. Not familiar, but this is what I need right now. He's still young. He can come whenever he wants. The door should be open if he does well over there anytime. I think he's a phenomenal coach. So either way, someone didn't want him or he didn't want to go. Totally understandable, because after what went down at Real, It's like, damn, I
I
don't want to
thought
go to the next team and be like,
burn,
But
burn another bridge. Yeah.
yeah, talking about
Yeah.
Iraola, excuse me, Andoni Iraola,
Underneath.
Spaniard, 43 years of age, obviously has had his success with Bournemouth, especially in the last season. They played some great football over there. With the
Yeah,
pieces he
man.
had, it's not like he had a bunch of superstars. He had a couple nice players, but he was there 3 years, I believe. Let me check that. Yeah, looks like three years. He built something great over there. He got me excited again. After Slot goes out, this news comes out straight after 10 minutes later. It's like Iraola is the number one option for them. That got me really excited, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, because he plays the type of football that we want to play, and I also believe that we have the players for that. You have the
Yeah.
Wirtzes, you have
We
the
used to
Isaacs.
playing that as well. Yeah.
Exactly. It should be more natural to them. Now, I hope we give him enough time, because coming into Bournemouth, he lost the first 9 games or something, but they still believed in the package that he brought to the squad. So, the other thing is, World Cup year, very,
Yes.
very short off season, super short off season. Players will be coming late, and the Liverpool squad is obviously stacked with players
World
that
Cup
are playing in
goers.
the World Cup. So that's going to be
Yeah.
tough. I just hope that we can come out of the gate swinging, or at least play some sort of football and have some idea of how we want to play football. That would be great. Even if we lose a couple in the beginning, or we play a couple draws, or whatever may happen, but I hope we have a sort of a blueprint of what's going to happen with the club.
Yeah.
But overall, Iraola got me excited for sure. What do you think about him? What you got?
I'm super excited. Like, going back to Xabi, I thought that he was going to be perfect because he played with, so he managed Vert and Frimpong in with Bayer. I thought that he was going to be like, man, this is perfect. But obviously that's in the past now. But for sure, if they didn't, I'm sure they already talked to Iraola, I'm saying, before kind of parting ways with Arne Slot, right? I think that they had that confidence in.
For sure. The news came out way too fast as well, right?
Yeah, it was like Pavrizio said, "Hey, we're parting ways with Arne Slot," and then it's straight away, "Oh, by the way, Iraola might be coming in." So I'm, I'm saying, but he's great. It's all about high pressing, which we need players to do. I've said, and that's the kind of the key of our first season with Slot was everybody press except Salah, which is understandable because Salah gave us monstrous numbers, right, in return. But we played this type of football before, similar with Klopp. So I'm excited. I'm excited. It's one of those managers that you're waiting to see if he will get a bigger a bigger job, and I think there's nothing is bigger than Liverpool right now, right? After a collapse of last season, I think he's willing to take on the challenges and gonna accept the. Hopefully, we will see success. I'm confident in him. Yeah, I'm super excited for Andoni Iraola, and I'm excited to see uh how many who he's gonna bring in, or the ins and outs of the club in a few months here.
Yeah, I'm hopeful he can make. I mean, look, for those players that were brought in over the last couple of years, the Wirtz, the Frimpong, the Isaacs. This is him. He will always perform. That guy just absolute machine. But
What a great player, man.
and this is good news for them as well. This is good news for them because you're gonna play high pressing ball, and you're gonna counter, you're gonna attack, you're gonna shoot, right? And you have the technical players to do so. You have the fast players to do so. Wirtz, absolute machine when he has some open space. In Slot's slow build up, that's a tough one because the defense is always set. So you're always running up against the defense that is always set. Whereas with his more free-flowing style, Areola's that is, he's going to have open space, and he is a magician in open space. He just needs to have some open space. He'll be fine. Isaac counters, zoom. Obviously, the players need to press, right? You cannot play in his system when you don't press. We've spoke about this a couple times now with how PSG plays, with how Bayern play. You have to press. You have to be willing to press. And now this is one pet peeve of his: fitness. He needs. He's known to have a very, very strict regimen when it comes to fitness and days of practice. Now, Slot sort of, we know that Slot gave the guys a lot of, days off and all that. And I'm not saying one of the other works, right? I'm just saying his Areola style is we're practicing. We practice. Like you need to be like in the top shape of your life, because this system don't work if you can't run 12, 13 kilometers. You'll have to, everybody. So I'm curious. There might be one or two players that are like, I don't press that much. You're not playing. Good for you. This okay, but you're not playing.
Yeah. I mean,
so that's going to be curious. Yeah.
I'm super excited, man. This is one of the in the past few years, where is he going to go? And the fact that now we have him after a terrible season from Slot, I'm excited. Unfortunately, like you said, it is a World Cup season. He will have a shorter, because we know those guys, they don't get a rest. They play every single week, 365 days out of, but I'm super excited, man. Can't wait for sure.
Agree. Besides Alonso, this is by far the best option. And the owners, maybe the ownership group always looked at him first before Alonso. Could have been.
Maybe, I mean,
maybe they just like him more. That's okay. Because I like him too.
Yeah,
I like him too.
Why not? And if he succeeds, and a good gamble.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So I think it was reported he might sign a deal as soon as this week. I hope they'll just do it quickly. Just sign the man.
Let him get in the doors.
Let him get in the doors, and World Cup is coming around. So just sign the man, and give him the keys, and let's go. Yeah, super exciting for next season if we sign him.
For sure. Yeah, I can't wait. That's All right, let's move on to what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about James Milner here. Different topic. Obviously,
our former captain.
That's what I mean. A bit of a different topic, but not too far from home.
Yes.
I want to say, a Premier League legend, official retirement announcement came off of his Instagram. I believe he posted it. Or I think it was Instagram somewhere.
24 years.
24 years in the league. He made his debut when he was 16, which is absolutely insane. And remember, back then, 16 was different, right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like today's 16-year-olds are a lot more developed. They'll get the more chances quicker sometimes.
Yes,
back then, 16, I mean, who do you have that started that early? I remember Rooney was super early. But that wasn't a thing. Some players started, the Prem when they were 21, 22. Because
Michael
it was just
Owen, maybe. I don't know if he played 16, though.
Yeah, but that's a good group of people to be around. But obviously he has the most
658.
That's it. Most Premier League appearances. Absolute legend. Only two more players are in that 600 plus squad, which are, give me the numbers here. Lampard. Who else? Giggs.
Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, look at the company he's in. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Nothing but a respect for him. Champions League winner with us, Liverpool. Then 3-time Premier League winner, twice with City, once with Liverpool.
Yes, sir.
Super Cup, Liverpool.
Yes.
FIFA World Cup, Liverpool. English FA was City and Liverpool. I mean, look, he's stacked to the nines. League Cup winner twice, Super Cup winner twice, FA Cup winner twice. Yeah, I mean, legendary career. 40 years of age, that brother. 61 appearances for the English national team as well. So yeah,
to have that type of body, to take care of your body for that long. And football is a bit different to any other sports. Obviously, we love basketball here, but man, there's a lot of running in football, as we know. And to be playing from 16 years old to play 658 games, in your career is nothing to scoff at. And obviously, he's not these type of players who's like a superstar or world beater, like we usually talked about or discuss on this type of shows. But he's one of those players. Obviously, you know how important he was to Liverpool and club side, right? Like I said, he's not one of those superstars, but he's someone that you need in your club. Not whether it's for leadership, whether it's for kind of mentoring the youngins, but also guys who can just come in and just stay afloat or change the game here and there. The dude can play any position, you know what I've said. So
yeah,
and just kudos, man.
You need players like him in the squad. You absolutely, like you said, perfectly said, leadership. You know what you get from him. You get leadership, you get availability, and he if he doesn't play for 5 games, he's not going to sit there and pout on the sideline. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolute legend, that guy. Lovely dude. So yeah, shout out to him. Whatever comes next for him, all the best. I don't know if it's like a media type thing. I don't know if he has done that before or not, but whatever he does,
pundit,
I'm sure he'll be great. I'm sure he'll be great.
I'm sure he'll
be great.
He'll be somewhere.
Yeah. Just enjoy some time, mate. 24 years of Premier League non-stop. By the gods. Like this man doesn't know anything else. Can you imagine? He doesn't know anything else. He
must be so odd, eh?
It must be the oddest thing in the world, because it must be the most natural thing in the world to get up in the morning, have your breakfast, drive to the pitch, see the guys, practice. It must be the weirdest thing on the planet.
And then all of a sudden you go home and you just don't do anything anymore.
It's weird, no? Like I can't even imagine how that must be. Like and we know from some players they do a better job transitioning into whatever, and
Yeah.
I hope he finds some peace, obviously, but he always seemed like a very level-headed dude. So I have no problems. I have no doubts what I want to say with him. Yeah, fine, crazy, absolute crazy.
Shout out to Milner.
Shout out to Milner.
Captain.
One thing we forgot about with Liverpool, Konate. Have you heard the news?
Oh, he's leaving.
Hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Konate.
Real Madrid. And man, look, what a season he had. What I mean by that is he didn't have a great season. He was injury prone, as we know. He's always been injury prone, but when he is clicking, like when we won the league last 2 seasons ago, he's one of the best.
Yes.
But the jokes, the memes that he's already learning Spanish because he's gonna go to Real Madrid. Maybe that's gonna happen now. But
I mean, Real Madrid wants everybody. I just checked the transfer ticket,
especially when it's free.
Yeah, that's extra juicy. They apparently want Declan now. I mean, look, if you score a goal tomorrow and on next week on Sunday League, they might want you as well, brother. Get ready to learn Spanish, because they might just want you to.
I might need to upload some videos.
I mean, we're already deep into the off season. They want Declan Rice. Obviously, he's not going anywhere. Forget about that, guys. PSG wants Alvarez now, apparently, as well, other than Barcelona.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I just don't know where he's going to play. If you have Dembele, I think Alvarez is. Obviously, you need squad depth and all that. I get that, but I don't see Alvarez as a depth player. He's the guy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, a couple interesting things are popping up left, right, and center. I mean, what else happened? Internationals happened yesterday night for most people. This morning, tonight for us Aussies. A couple interesting games that happened there. I think the biggest ones were Germany-Finland. Germany won 4-0. Undav played a phenomenal game. Wirtz played a phenomenal game. And shout out to Lennart Kahl. He played on the right wing. He was sort of one youngin, free. Like he's completely free of any attachments, whatever. He does not care who is in front of him. Obviously made his debut this season with Bayern Munich. A sensational player, so fun to watch, and he plays free. And that's that. You need that in your squad too. He
Man
just
was
doesn't
born
care.
in 2008.
Hey, stop playing with me. You know what I mean? I mean that's crazy. But absolute wow, what a technical play style he has. And he was sort of one of those fringe players that might be taken with, might not make it, this type of thing. But ultimately, he was taken with the squad to the World Cup. So love to see it. He played absolutely phenomenal. Like him, Undav, and Wirtz, they were just clicking. They were just clicking. And Musiala with one more goal, 4-0 for that. Germany played fantastic. So got me excited again. Good stuff. What do we got? USA, Senegal. 3-2. Okay. Dest, Pulisic, Balogun. With the goals, and Mane with 2 goals for Senegal, by the way. What that guy, dude? Just legend.
Liverpool legend.
Legend.
Shout out to
one of my
Sadio Mane.
favorite Liverpool players.
Oh yeah,
for
sure, for sure.
Him and Firmino together was just a beauty to watch.
Oh, man.
There was like, and that's what I mean. We didn't always win everything. You know what I mean? Like in those seasons with Klopp, there were some stinker seasons in there.
Yeah.
But damn, we still played watchable football. That was just you just love to tune in. Okay, I'm going to see 3 or 4 goals. It doesn't care. That don't matter what happens today. We're going to score 2. We might get 4.
Yeah.
We're going to, you know what I mean?
Hey,
like,
you know how it is with Klopp. I don't care where the ball is. Go up front.
One way.
Go up. Yeah.
And then for the last game, we had Brazil against Panama. Brazil 6-2. Goals from Brazil were Vinicius, Casemiro, Ryan, Paqueta, Thiago, and Danilo. Thiago with a penalty. So, yeah. I mean, look, all those World Cup squads, all those test matches are happening now.
Yes.
I think the teams will move to the US roughly next week, end of this week, because Germany, for example, they're still in Germany.
Yeah.
I think they'll fly over mid to end of this week, and then
1.5 weeks, man. 1.5 weeks
my
away.
God, can't wait.
We're
Absolutely,
definitely gonna cover that for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have, like, even if it's just short stuff on a daily basis for you guys, just to get you covered. We're gonna watch as much as we can, but
have fun, man.
The games.
World Cup games is always. I mean, sorry, whenever it's World Cup, it's always a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Every game has something. You know what I mean?
If it has that prestige.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Obviously, 48 teams this time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, games for the Aussie viewers are they start at 3 a.m, I believe, sometimes 5 a.m, go up to like midday, 2 p.m.
Well, yeah, that's the good thing about if they are playing in the US. I don't know how it is in Canada, but it's like watching NBA, right? Because they play 10 a.m, 11 a.m, 12, 2:30. So it's watchable.
There's some 2 a.m. matches there, but overall we can watch 80% of the matches. Bearing, obviously, we all have to work. But if you're working from home, you got a little screen on the side or behind you. You can, maybe tune it a little, get a little sneaky with it.
Yes.
Australian corporations, please let you guys watch the World Cup for their own sanity. It's important. Football heals the world. We know that, right? So it brings the people together. So look, if you guys, have an influx of I'm working from home days, let them have some time. Let them watch. Let them watch.
Man, I can already see it. I'm gonna be sick for a few days at least.
No.
Man.
That's what I mean. Don't take those sick days, guys. It's, you got to work. If you're sick, obviously. But, make an agreement, work from home. I got to watch the World Cup. Just be honest with each other.
Do a deal.
Dude, like, communication and honesty goes a long way. You know what I mean? Just like,
You know it is.
Why are we lying here?
Yeah.
Damn, I want to watch the World Cup. Australia is playing. My Germany's playing. I want to watch that.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Argentina will destroy everyone in this in this
Yeah,
World
look,
Cup, but I am scared of that French.
number one. I'm not going to say the word, but number one fanboy right here for Messi.
Glazer.
Glazer, Messi Glazer over here, which is understandable. But look, yeah,
So World
lots to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we're going to cover the NBA Finals here, starting on Thursday, Australian, Wednesday, US.
We live in the future now.
We live.
Yeah. We will tell you guys what happened. We make a video and be like, guys, the next one.
Hey, do you know the damn corgi?
Yeah.
Damn corgi, that beautiful
Yeah,
corgi.
oh yeah.
I love dogs. I have a dog.
Yes,
we have a dog ourselves. You know, we have a little dash on, as you can see. We have a pillow and stuff. I have shirts of her. I have hoodies of her. I love her more than anything on the planet.
Hella merch.
That's right. We got the merch. I love dogs. I love animals. And that corgi, 7 out of 7. Right. 7 out of 7. He predicted every single game right for the NBA Finals. That corgi, that is. Look it up. I don't know where he was, TikTok or whatever.
So are you putting your money? Are you putting in the money online because of that corgi or what?
Oh, hell yeah! 7 out of 7. He's on something. He must know something that I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Remember that octopus in 2010 World Cup?
Yes. There's those animals, they can tap into some different type of stuff.
Yeah. Maybe he lives maybe the corgi lives in Australia. He knows what.
I actually don't know where he's from, but bottom line is there's a lot of corgis here though. I see me a good corgi left, right.
Okay.
My brother-in-law has a corgi.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a corgi.
It's a corgi family, eh?
Oh yeah. No, we got a dash on, bro. We got a dash on.
Sorry,
short legs though. Short legs, long body.
Like Messi, yeah. Like
that's right. Yeah, like Messi. We got the Messi build over here. Yeah, go.
Yeah. Project Messi with the dash on.
Yep. So shout out to the corgi. I mean, damn, 7 out of 7, dude. You know what? You can't make this up. So I hope it's Let's just hope it's all real and not just staged or whatever. Obviously, you could do it with it. But I want to believe that corgi. I believe that corgi. Give me the lottery numbers. Give me whatever. Shout out to the corgi. Shout out to him.
Hey, all right. Well, that's it for this show. We talked about Andoni Iraola, a few World Cup friendlies. Arne Slot leaving, obviously. Make sure to tune in. We're gonna do a World Cup video before it starts. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna have Austin here once he comes back from Austin. San Antonio.
He's got to learn some football. Our football apprentice. He's got to learn. Yes.
Look,
digest that into his veins.
I'm dressed up as like Palpatine, so I'm just trying to, he's my apprentice. I'm gonna tell him stories about Darth, Messi, Ronaldo.
Oh, you're going to tell him a story about Messi. That's all you're going to inject into his veins.
Yeah, I'm a propaganda that thing.
He's going to have Argentina jersey ready and everything. So
we know that he is supporting Croatia.
Yes.
So let's see if beginner's luck maybe that comes into play for Austin. But we're gonna fly him back in our private jet from San Antonio because he's partying too hard. Partying too hard. He said he is working hard, but I don't believe that. I think he's partying over there with Wemby, 7'5" and like 5'10", dude. So I don't know.
He about 5'6". I give him 5'6".
Oh, Messi height, 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, goat.
Yeah, goat. Meh. Anyway, let's end it there, man. It's getting late. Anyway, thanks, guys. See you later.
Love you guys.